What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 53, season 5 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Thompson,
Season
and joining me
five.
as
No,
always.
time out. We're not it. Come on, this is unprofessionalism at its finest. Chad, you don't know what season we're on,
I misspoke. We're on season 4.
dude. I apologize. That you didn't need to be chopped down like that. I am sorry, Chad. That was rude of me.
Oh, that's okay.
That was
I
rude of me. Do you forgive me?
I do.
It doesn't matter what you forgive, Chad.
Thank you for plugging WCW Superstar Rock
Who?
on an episode of Raw. I appreciate that.
Who's that?
That's my guy who does that same gimmick.
What?
You might have.
It doesn't matter who does the gimmick. God, you're so
like
you're
taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, let's get it, dude. Chad, welcome back, everybody. Chad, I'm back on the road. I'm not at the fuck shack today. That was disappointing.
Nope. We are. Our shack is fuckless currently.
Did you get my packages?
I will right after this episode.
You will go do it right now. No, right now.
to?
Yeah.
You want me to? Yeah,
You're
cool.
gonna-
Yeah, I can do it
you're-
here.
you're-
When you see us again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have Justin's packages.
You're gonna forget. I'm gonna keep going down in this episode, and if you don't do it now, you're gonna forget, and I'm gonna get another email, and I'm gonna lose the package again, because yeah, this is Monday Night Raw. We're a day removed. What? Why are you still there? We're a day removed from Survivor Series, where we saw Team SmackDown beat Team Raw. Dude, he left his mic on. What an asshole. We saw on the Raw side. And now his fans going, oh, this is unbearable. This is the worst circumstance this could ever be. His fans going, oh my God. I'm going to lower it. I'm just going to mute him. Yeah, I'm just going to mute him. Don't look at that. We saw Kurt Angle defeat Shane McMahon. We saw Kaiji Muto's last match. We saw Alex Wright beat Orlando Jordan, and a hell of a match for the kid, Orlando Jordan. But tonight, we got Monday Night Raw. We're going to find out what's going to go on here tonight. And we start. Oh, Jesus, I dropped my microphone. We start off with some highlights showcasing what happened at Monday, our Survivor Series, including those two matches we talked about. Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, Alex Wright defeating Orlando Jordan. Orlando Jordan, man, he's really come a far way. He won the NXT Gold Rush Invitational. Should probably bring Chad's mic back right now. All right, sorry about that again. Kurt Angle defeated Shane McMahon. And what's next in that dynasty, or the Black McMahon dynasty, Kurt Angle storyline? What's next for Alex Wright? We saw Randy Orton kind of call him out. Is that going to happen? And we start off, though, with the pre-show. Frankie Kazarian and Jimmy Jacobs taking on the Bashams, and the Bashams defeat former Jeff Jarrett associates of Frankie Kazarian and Jimmy Jacobs, the Kings of the Mountain. And the Bashams win in 1440. Danny Basham with the leg lariat onto Frankie Kazarian. Bashams, man, they're showing great. God, that fan, bro. This is what you get with Chad Pringle, everybody. This is what you get. The Bashams just showing good tag team wrestling, man. They're trying to make that comeback right now in the tag team division. Edge and Christian, they're one of the most dominant tag teams in all of professional wrestling. Some people are saying of all time, and Bashop's trying to get back to that spot where they can challenge them, but they need some momentum first, and they get some defeating Kazarian and Jimmy Jacobs. We start off Monday Night Raw with Randy Orton coming out with Mike Tyson. Hey, nothing you can say. Randy Orton coming out. And he keeps it short and sweet. He says, once again, I am out here, like I do every week, proclaiming that I am the future of the WWE. And there's one thing I can see in that future that I haven't hit yet. is that WWE Championship around my waist in the 16,632 fans here in the Sleep Train Arena here in Sacramento, California. Not happy about that. They boo. They don't like Randy Orton. They love Alex Wright. And Alex Wright comes out. Alex Wright says, hey, look, Randy. Look, you got it. You came from family greatness. You're a grizzled young stallion. Look at you. But I didn't make my name in this ring, and I didn't make my name in Hollywood just to come over here and lose the belt to you like that. I had to cash in on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. What have you done? You beat nobodies, or maybe not nobodies, but you beat people who haven't held the gold yet, Randy. And right here, I'm the man holding the gold. I'm the man standing in your way of being the future of the WWE. But let me break it down for you, Randy. I'm the future. Alex Wright. See, we can all see it right now. You can hear the fans scream my name. You can look out there in the crowd and see all the kids wearing my shirts. You can watch and their parents watching my appearance in Seinfeld at home. I embody the WWE in and out of the ring, Randy. You might be the future of the WWE, but I am the present. And if you want this gold, you're going to have to go through Alex Wright. And Randy Orton starts going down the ramp to go beat him up, and he says, no. Mike Tyson also is like, hey, brother, come on. This isn't over, Alex Wright. This is not over. I'm coming for that belt, Randy Orton says. We move on. Booker T has arrived to the arena, and Chad has not arrived back to the studio apartment complex where he is at. And Booker T's livid. As you remember last night at Survivor Series, Sean Morley walked down on Team Raw, causing what Team Raw had, that big lead, that big 5-2 lead, where it came down to Cena Anderson against basically Team Raw, wiped away when Sean Morley kind of stepped out and left them to dry. And Sean Morley, Booker T, wants some answers. He wants to know why he cost Team Raw here tonight. We start off, though, Chad, our opening match. Chad's not here. I just say his name. We start off with our opening round in the Devon Storm Invitational. As you may remember, a couple weeks ago, tragically, Devon Storm, a.k.a. Crowbar, passed away way too young, way too soon. And in the next coming weeks, we will acknowledge and really celebrate his legacy with the debut, the inaugural Devon Storm Invitational. Our opening round here, Scott Vick taking on Steve Blackman, two men that know Devon Storm quite well. Steve Blackman helped train Devon Storm in the NXT in Raw locker room. And Scott Vick, and Scott Vick, Sick Boy and Crowbar, man, the flock. Steve Blackman, though, defeats Scott Vick in 14:51 with a guillotine choke. Even sustaining a damaged shoulder gets the job done. So what a man Scott Vick is, or Steve Blackman is, to win this match. We move forward. Thank you, Dory Funk Jr. Triple H has arrived, and the fans boo, but they also cheer. They kind of like Triple H now. He's kind of tweening right now. Oh, here he is. He's back, brother. Did you get both packages, Pringle? Let's ask him, Chad.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you get both packages?
Yes, I got both of them. They're in your room.
Okay. Can you turn your fan off?
That was the ceiling fan. Yes, I just turned it off.
Okay.
And then I saw that it was on. Sorry about that.
The last 8 minutes has been going off while you were gone.
Damn.
And I had to keep. I had to keep the mic on just to know when you were back. So it's kind of like tick, 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 tick.
That's just the ticking clock of when Chad's coming back.
Yeah, Chad, you missed the opening couple segments where Randy Orton kind of called out Alex Wright. He said, Alex Wright he doesn't care that he keeps calling himself the future of the WWE. He says Alex Wright, he's the present of the WWE, and he's gonna have to go through him if he's gonna ever to, fulfill his destiny of the future of the WWE. We also saw Booker T. He has arrived, and he wants answers from Sean Morley. As you remember, Sean Morley walked out on Team Raw last night at Survivor Series, costing Team Raw after they had such a big lead. We also saw the first round of the inaugural Devon Storm Crowbar Invitational, Chad.
Oh.
Why'd you say oh like that?
That's exciting. Wow, how did that go? Sorry, I just get choked up in his memory.
Chad doesn't give a fuck anymore.
That's not true. I got choked up at the memory of Crowbar.
Chad's just here.
I almost started crying.
Chad's here because it's like, remember that Marshawn Lynch interview? He's like, I'm just here not to get fined. That's what Chad is at this point in this series.
No, I care.
He's just... Don't make it sound so convincing, Pringle.
Sorry, I just my raw emotions. I'm sorry, but anyway, what happened in the first round of the Crowbar?
Well, we saw two men that knew Devon Storm quite well. It was Steve Blackman, his former trainer, and Scott Vick, a member of the Flock, with him.
Ah, that makes sense. Correct.
Steve Blackman won after damaging his own shoulder and still getting a guillotine into Scott Vick. Triple H, he's arrived, and he says Sean Morley's blood will spill tonight if he gets his hands on him, on that little snake. Triple H, dude.
Okay, good. Screw Sean Morley.
I don't know who hates who more, Triple H hating Sean Morley or Vince hating Kurt Angle. I don't know what one, And
but both are an obscene amount.
Or Chad being here. I don't know when. Our next match in the Devon Storm Invitational, Scott Studd and Major Stash, Chad. Again, two other men that knew Devon Storm quite well. And they go at it. They point to the sky. They're crying the whole time. But Scott Studd does the Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you, and pins Major Stash in 1449. Moving on in the Devon Storm Invitational, Chad. This is heartbreaking for these two men. Devon Storm's two closest friends in the ring right here.
Rest in peace.
If anyone's watching this, go back and watch like episode 13 and see how into it Chad was, and now look how far he has come. Backstage though, we have the Boston Combat Club. They're making their way to the ring, but they're hurting, Chad. Dean Malenko and Bryan Danielson got their ass kicked at being on Team Raw last night at Survivor Series. They're in action tonight against two men that had a great showing at Survivor Series. Gabriel Burton and Dylan Martin.
Someone bust out the forks, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Tag team action. BCC against Team Usi. And a great match. Gabriel Martin and Dylan Martin and Gabriel Burton get the job done. After, Bryan Danielson and Dean Malenko weren't on the same page the whole time. There seems a little bit of awkwardness between the two. A little tension, the chemistry isn't there tonight between Danielson and Malenko, and that allows Dylan Martin to get the win over Dean Malenko with a blindside palm strike. Another huge win for Dylan Martin and Gabriel Burton. They're on a tear.
Boston Combat Club. They're old news. It's all about the United Canadian Empire now.
I don't know if they're old news, but it's another huge win. You're right, Chad. Another huge win for Team United Canadian Empire, Team Usi, which is I love that. I love their gimmick right now. This is the Canadians running shit in the tag division.
Yeah, I love that.
But after the match, the chemistry, the arguments that led to this loss for Boston Combat Club kind of spill out to like walking up the ramp, as Danielson and Malenko kind of argue with each other the whole time, Chad. Dean Malenko points and pokes Danielson in the chest, and Nick Gage kind of has to like calm them down. Out of anyone in the Boston Combat Club, Nick Gage being the one that has to calm down these two.
If Nick Gage is the voice of reason, that's not very good.
No, not at all. And Dean Malenko, this is the most he's been riled up. He's a charismatic enigma. You know, this man just oozes out what he feels. He said, Danielson, I did not mean to. What the hell was that about? I hate your guts. We move on, Chad. Booker T finds Sean Morley in the bathroom, and Booker T is like, I'm going to go get him. Sean Morley runs in the bathroom, hides in a stall, and he climbs over, like, you know how you can, like, there's a little above the wall where you can just climb over and get back out?
Yeah.
That's what Sean Morley does when Booker T's like, I'm going to do it now. You can't hide from me forever, Sean Morley. And he kicks down the door and he's not there. And Sean Morley runs away outside the bathroom.
Good. I mean, listen, Triple H has to be the one that kicks his ass. So I hope he gets away from
that. Is true, Chad. But we go home here. Ooh.
Oh, here we go. The It Couple, baby.
Fig and Chyna are walking backstage, and Scott Steiner says, hey, baby. And he pushes Fig out of the way. He says, I saw what you did last night at Survivor Series, and I like your stuff. Woo. Why'd he do the woo? What is he, Ric Flair? And he says, I'm going to take you to Scott Steiner's Big Bad Booty Daddy Steakhouse, and we're going to have a finer diner with Scott Steiner. And Chyna says, oh, shit, baby boy. And they just leave together, and Fig is just in shambles here. He said, no, don't come back. Chyna, no. We move on.
Says, sorry, Fig, you had your chance.
Oh, that's pretty good. We walk backstage. We're backstage, and Toshimatsu and Chigusa Nagayo beat down Linda Miles and Lita. You know, Team Lita winning last night, but they get beat down tonight by Umatsu and Nagayo. That little beef, that little rivalry right here, that's not over yet, Chad. I don't think it's over. In a promo that I forgot, a promo that I forgot to book because I was out of time and I just remembered to book it now. It is announced that our main event tonight is going to be Sean Morley versus Booker T, Chad. That is our main event. Are you excited for that one?
Booker T cutting the line.
It's non-title. Non-title. He just wants some payback for what happened last night at Survivor Series. Not everything has to be about the titles. Oh God, I forgot. Our co-main event here, though, Chad. Randy Orton takes on 1920s mobster Ian McGregor. And he defeats him in 1744 with a flying crossbody. And 89, this kind of fucked right here, Chad.
Yeah, I was going to say, this didn't do too bad.
A decent little match right here for Randy Orton. Did I book the promo right after where Randy Orton says, Alex Wright, you see that? I beat the biggest competition Raw has to offer, all right? Stop. This is going to be you in a couple weeks, brother, if you accept my challenge. He says, in 3 weeks, Raw Super Show, the final Monday Night Raw of 2002, I'm challenging you for the World Championship. Randy Orton lays out the challenge for the final Monday Night Raw Super Show, the end of 2002, the New Year extravaganza. Randy Orton has laid out the challenge for the WWE Championship. Alex Wright, will he accept it? We'll have to find out.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. Listen, Alex Wright, quite frankly, is afraid of Randy Orton.
And I think you're afraid of me.
I'm not afraid of anything.
These guys aren't here tonight, the Black McMahon Dynasty, but we have like a camera inside their home because I don't know why, Chad. Why do we have a camera inside the McMahon's family home?
Because Vince is a weirdo.
You couldn't say a truer statement, the little weirdo. Vince just yells at Shane for being an absolute failure of not only of a WWE superstar but of a son, because he could not put away Kurt Angle. And I would do the promo, I would yell like Vince, but I am in a hotel right now, and I don't need my coworkers to hear me yell like Vince and then talk to me at work saying, "What the fuck were you doing last night, Justin? What the hell?" So, Chad, I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to give you the honors of being Vince McMahon eviscerating his son verbally.
Shane, what the hell is going on? You talk about being the prodigal son, the man who will get the keys to the palace. Listen here, all right? PJ is more of my son than you'll ever be. You're a disappointment. You're a loser. And if you keep it up, I'm going to take the McMahon name from you.
Thank you, Chad. It also allowed me to take a bite of food, as my dinner has been staring at me since we started recording. So thank you, Chad. Jimmy John's, because I'm on the road in Lexington, Kentucky, and I thought, let's get a local establishment. Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's.
There is a nice burger bar right next door to our hotel. You know what they have, Chad? And I almost cream pied myself.
Oh.
They had Oberon.
Oh.
And none of my coworkers have ever had Oberon, and I said, this will change your life. And I gave them a sip, and they said, Justin, where's this been my whole life? Oberon. Shout out Oberon. We go backstage to 4 members of Team Usi, the Us, and they talk about what's next for the tag division. And they all 4 of them have glasses on, a visor, a whistle, and clipboards with paper on it, Chad. They're in full college football coach get up right here because they're out scouting the next superstars. This is how the tag division has come to this point, where Edge and Christian and Jericho and Hart, they have to go out and find their own competition. They have to scout out and recruit people to fight Edge and Christian at this point, Chad.
Yeah, they're looking for that. Listen, they've already beaten everybody there is to beat.
Yeah.
So now they're taking to the streets.
They're taking it to the streets, and we're here in Sacramento in 2002, and crazy. They're just talking to people. They're at the King's Arena, and Peja Stojakovic and Mike Bibby are out there, and Edge and Christian, they no-sell them. They said, those guys suck. Those guys would never make it. And Mike Bibby says, I'm Canadian too, you jackass. And Edge says, prove it. What's the best thing to put on pizza? And Mike Bibby says, maple syrup. And Christian Cage and Edge, they give him a Letterman jacket from Team Us. Nice. And Mike Bibby is an honorary member of Team Us today. Just for today.
Perfect. Hell yeah, Mike Bibby.
We move on. Our main event, though, Chad. Ooh, Sean Morley, though. I forgot the again, ran out of time tonight. In a superb match, though. Booker T and Sean Morley, they go at it. But Sean Morley being that little rat bastard right after a Booker T went for the scissor kick. Sean Morley got out of the way and rolled up Booker T and grabbed the ropes, and 1, 2, 3 got the win in 1947. Sean Morley beats Booker T. After the match, though, you know Triple H is coming down to the ring and wants to beat the shit out of him. But Booker T gets in the way, Chad. He stops him. He stops Triple H, and Booker T's like, no, this is my problem, Hunter. This is my issue. He's my issue. And he turns around, and Sean Morley's gone.
Damn, that weasel.
And Triple H just is looking furious at Booker. He's like, what the hell was that, Booker? Why'd you let him get away? You let him get away again. You let him get away at Survivor Series with that bullshit. And you let him get away tonight. And if you don't stop letting him get away, then I'm going to have it get in your way. And Triple H and Booker T have a little stare down here to end Monday Night Raw, Chad.
Ooh, they have themselves a little spat.
At 89, because I thought that main event was going to be much better. But okay, that's fair. Only one main event guy wrestled tonight, and that's all that mattered to me.
There we go.
That's all that mattered. Shout out Devon Storm, everybody. A moment of silence. Remember when I gave a moment of silence for Devon Storm and you kind of just talked through it?
I think I might have spoke for like once.
That's one too many times for a moment of silence, though, Chad.
That's fair.
Chad, you got any tips and tricks for Nitro up ahead?
It should be a good one. We hear from the World War III winner.
Ooh, I wonder who it is. Ooh. Oh, look how huge you are, Chad.
Oh, look at us.
What an opener. Yeah, yes, Chad, we're live. I counted down.
You're doing a lot of weird stuff with the screen. I didn't know what you were
Chad,
doing.
I'm not at home right now. I'm working with bare bone materials, all right?
It's not bad. I just want to double check.
Sorry, this isn't grade A technical difficulty issue, all right?
No, it's fine. But that's why I asked.
That's it. Come here. Come here. Get in my room. Come here. Go on.
Huh?
Go on. Go on.
Come on, what?
Get on my knee. I'm gonna slap your ass.
No.
You're in bedtime now.
I'm in bedtime now?
Yeah.
I'm not tired.
What?
I'm not tired.
Do you know how bedtime works?
Yeah, you go to bed.
Not until you get your ass kicked.
That's time out.
No, that's how I went to bed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
I just slept through the beating.
Oh, no.
That's kind of how WCW has been after 4 straight years of beatings WWF has given you. You kind of slept through it. Let's get into Monday Night Nitro.
Yes, we start out, Justin. Bill Goldberg is here. Of course, the man who made his shocking return to WCW and won World War III. He gets in the ring. He's got his microphone, and he says, "It's so good to be back." And everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. He said, while I was away.
That's crazy. The fans being behind Goldberg 10 months after he walked out on the company is fucking crazy.
He says, while I was away, I did a lot of self-reflecting. I realized sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and I realized I missed home. And so when the opportunity came to come back, it was a no-brainer. I'm back. And everyone celebrates. Woo! He says, and I am not waiting any longer to get back what's been missing and what's been mine for far too long, and that's to regain the world championship. But which world champion am I facing? I wish I could tell you it was a hard decision, but it was an easy decision. It was only one decision. Ever since I left, there's been this guy walking around here. He's been calling himself the champion of the people. Well, before you were the champion of the people, I had the longest undefeated streak in pro wrestling history, and these were my people. So, Rock, enjoy your time in the sun now, because at Starrcade, you're next. Which means, Justin, Bill Goldberg has made his pick. We are getting Bill Goldberg versus The Rock at Starrcade.
Which makes sense, Chad, because look, Goldberg and Shawn probably have a little rivalry. I think, were they around when Goldberg when Shawn came around?
Goldberg, Did they have Shawn Michaels was Goldberg was Shawn Michaels' first opponent.
Exactly. They have a little history with each other, but Bill Goldberg won the Universal Championship and left with it. Now he comes back 10 months later to get the belt he left behind. Rock, yep. Goldberg, Starrcade, and it writes itself, Chad. I think that was easily a no-brainer. Goldberg was right. That's the right move for him to make.
I agree. Yep, and that's what he did. But Justin, we've got that already set, but we've got a lot more things to decide for Starrcade. One of them being, of course, the Nitro Money in the Bank ladder match. And so we've got
Wait, what do you mean the Nitro one, Chad?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. That more on that later, Justin. For right now, let's focus.
But we have a match for it right now. We need to know right now. Tell me about it right now.
Don't you worry. But we got Fit Finlay here taking on Perry Saturn and a Money in the Bank qualifier. And in about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Fit Finlay defeats Perry Saturn in 14:38 with a tombstone pile driver. And Fit Finlay is the first man to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, Justin, Fit Finlay has been on a run. Basically, if it's not a battle royal, Finlay's won it if he's been in it.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean for Money in the Bank?
It means he's not going to win because it's a multi-man match. And he hasn't won one of those in a while, Pringle. He hasn't won one in a while.
6 men are still less than a 20 or than a battle royal. You know what I mean? So
true, but if it's not a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-2,
he does love to fight.
He does love to fight. We watched that video. We watched that entrance music video in the truck at work 2 days ago. We're like, hey, you remember Finley? And one of my coworkers is like, no, who the fuck's Finley? And we put it out, and I'm like, my name's Finley, and I love to fuck. Fight.
I love to fuck. Justin, we see Shawn Michaels. He's just shown up to the show. He gets out of his limo. He's got the world championship slung upon his shoulder. He's dressed to the nines, and he says, I had Nitro in the background of the TV in the limo on my way here, and I saw a man named Goldberg come here and challenge The Rock for the Universal Championship at Starrcade. And I gotta tell you, I rolled down the little glass screen behind the TV that separates me from my driver, and I said, Chauncey, who in the hell is Goldberg? I gotta tell you, he's been gone for so long that I forgot about him. Listen, Billy, this is my show, all right? This is Monday Nitro. This is Shawn Michaels' show, all right? And no one cares about the Universal Championship match. What people care about is who Shawn Michaels is challenging. And that, everybody, will be announced later on tonight.
Is he going to pick?
Shawn Michaels is picking his opponent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we got here, Justin, we have a Money in the Bank qualifier. Yet another one. We've got Devon, who had quite a run leading up to the World War III match. Some people considered him the favorite, but he came up a little short. And he's looking to pick up some momentum and get back in a championship opportunity in a Money in the Bank by picking up a win against Steven Regal, who's looking just to get back into some winning ways. But Justin, about to have good heat and decent wrestling. Devon defeats Steven Regal in 435 with a Dudley Death Drop.
That he does. Apologies for the internet connection. I know you sound a little choppy here and there, Chad. I just wanted to apologize to the people watching. It's not your fault. Nothing you can do about it. But just wanted to give a preference to the fans watching at home right now.
That's
fair. Yeah, Devon.
If I need to go back and ever re-explain something.
No. That's why I'm going to give a recap after everything. Steven Regal, he's kind of... I don't really know what's been wrong with him. He kind of stuck himself with Samoa Joe, the known druggie, known steroid user. That's kind of derailed what he had going on for Mr. Regal. The exact same, or the exact opposite could be said for Devon Dudley, who got rid of Bubba Ray Dudley and kind of been on a roll in the last 6 months. And that might culminate at Money in the Bank, where he could bring down that briefcase and get an automatic title shot against any world champion, any champion, really. That's huge for Devon Dudley. He kind of got shafted in the $1 million bracket championship or whatever the tournament was, where he got a count out with Batista. And this could be the ticket he needed to get back into that main event scene that he desperately needed, because, look, what else is he going to do?
Exactly. I mean, listen, he's running out of options.
As am I. Let's hit next segment, though, Chad.
Yes, let us hit next segment. Ted DiBiase is here, and he says...
This should have happened. This should have happened after the opening promo.
He says, ladies and gentlemen of Las Vegas, Nevada, how we doing? And everyone celebrates, and he says, now, we have seen a lot tonight so far. We saw Goldberg challenge The Rock. Shawn Michaels is going to have his opponent revealed later tonight. And we've had a bunch of Money in the Bank qualifiers for the Nitro Money in the Bank. And I'm sure a lot of you really picked up on what I said, the Nitro Money in the Bank. I'm proud to announce that this year at Starrcade, we will have 3 Money in the Bank matches. We will have a Nitro one, where the winner will earn a contract to cash in on any Nitro champion anytime he wants. We'll have a Thunder one where, of course, vice versa. But I am very happy to announce, for the first time ever at Starrcade in Los Angeles, California, we will have the first ever women's Money in the Bank. And we're going to have our first qualifying match right now, and we're going to have a tag team match. And the winning team will be the first 2 women to qualify.
A tag team match is interesting. Okay. Unique concept for a first time ever women's Money in the Bank. Who is going to be in this match, Chad? Do you want to give a...
We will have the team of Kara Slice and Yoshida taking on Debbie and Trish Stratus.
Ooh.
And just like that, here we go. And about that, Subpar Wrestling and Naz and Crowdy, Trish and Debbie Malenko defeated Yoshida and Kara Slice when Trish Stratus pinned Kara Slice with a Stratisfaction. So, Justin, Trish Stratus and Debbie Malenko are the first 2 women to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder
Now,
match.
was this a tag team? Are all qualifying matches for the women going to be tag team matches?
They will not be.
Was this just to utilize their great chemistry?
I actually forgot they had chemistry. So the reason why they were putting a tag team match is because, of course, they lost to Toyota. And if Toyota won, neither of them could challenge for the women's championship anymore. And so that's why he was like, well, fine. You guys want an opportunity to have an opportunity? Do you guys want to have an opportunity to be in Starrcade even? Then win this tag team match and you'll be in the Money in the Bank.
Wow.
But the Money in the Bank.
Could have just had singles, but I get it.
Yes.
I get it. Speaking of
Justin, we have here in just a few weeks, they will be inducted into the WCW Hall of Fame. The NWO are here. And they go, let me tell you something, brother. The NWO is here in Las Vegas, Nevada, brother. And the 3 of us, we came out here tonight because we wanted to have a match in front of all of you. And everyone's excited. It's the Hall of Famers. And just the NWO are in action next.
Leave the call and join it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's getting rough. The NWO are in action next. They're taking on the team of Charles Wright, Tony Mamaluke, and Johnny Stamboli. The NWO taking on the FBI. Letters against letters. And in a decent match, short and to the point, the NWO defeat the FBI in 7:21 when Hogan pins Tony Mamaluke. I got the hiccups in with a big leg drop. Chad, how was this match?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it got a big win for the future Hall of Famers, and listen, they're trying to go out there. Listen, they're not retiring. They think they got some more in them. So we'll have to see, but they get a good win tonight against the FBI.
The first ever active Hall of Famers.
Potentially, yeah.
It's not potentially. Yeah. they're not going to die in 3 weeks, are they? But not. They should be, because Tony Mamaluke outperformed Kevin Nash in this match. Moving on.
We've got of course, the new tag team champions come out with their wicked, scary entrance.
What makes it wicked? What makes it scary?
So there's a bunch of fog that just fills the arena. And Justin, we got a tag team match. The Wicked taking on the Ahmed Protection Agency. In a decent match, the Wicked defeat Ahmed and Ron Simmons when Abyss pins Ron Simmons with a shock treatment.
There you go. The APA lose again. Ron Simmons, a good old 42.
Yes.
Good for him.
And of course, Paul Bear is here, Justin, and the keeper has something he'd like to give to the Wicked. He's got a special thing. It's under a little sheet, and he reveals it to be, Justin, an exact replica of the tag team championship that they hold. In fact, Paul Bear says, "This isn't a replica. This is a championship belt." And Justin, he presents Relic with this championship belt, and he dubs the Wicked, Justin, the first ever WCW Trios champions.
All right, remind me to go retire those tag team belts for a little bit after this. And make the trio one.
Yes.
I'm eating candy. Yum, yum, yum.
What kind of candy? We'll have to get back to Justin on what kind of candy he was eating because we've got Canyon versus Mikey Whipwreck and a Money in the Bank qualifier. And Justin, it's a match. Canyon defeats Mikey Whipwreck in 11:40 with a super kick.
So that will mean Finley, Canyon, and Devon Dudley will be in the Nitro Money in the Bank. How many people are in this Money in the Bank?
6.
So 3 tonight, 3 next week, I would assume?
There's actually 4 tonight and 2 next week.
I want to hit you in the head. My OCD's going off the charts. Why? Why is it uneven, Chad? God damn it!
The way it is.
You gotta be better. Yeah, Canyon. Nothing I really have to say about Canyon and Whipwreck right here. Whipwreck, I guess, has been cool lately. Canyon has been on the come up, but I guess he's down on the. I would see him as more down on the card than he used to be. So I don't know if I feel him as a threat really in this match, but it depends on who else is in it. Because if it's fucking Kara Slice and fucking Abaddon in it left, then I guess he is a threat. I would assume. But right now, I think he's third in the list right now. People in it.
Who's your pick to win so far?
It's got to be Devon, man. It was his destiny, and he came up so close against Shawn Michaels in that world title match. He just couldn't do it. But I think he has it. And Finley's cool. I like Finley.
Not a bad prediction, Justin. We will have to wait and see.
Can we get any hints about the other? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Justin, we have here a video package. We see a man who's driving a very fancy, expensive car. It pulls out into a parking lot, and the guy gets out, and it's Ace Steel, and he says, I'm the bounty hunter, Ace Steel. I go where the money goes, and I came to WCW because it's time to cash in on a debt. That's the video package, Justin.
No, I hate this guy. Big game hunter, bounty hunter. Crazy. Crazy. Original.
And Justin, we got Nora Greenwald taking on Nicole Bass. And about that, Subpar Wrestling on Little Heat. Nora Greenwald defeated Nicole Bass in 9:52 with a Molly go round.
Is this a Money in the Bank qualifier?
This is not a Money in the Bank qualifier.
Ah, okay. So, man, poor Nicole Bass just took a loss. But,
yes, after the match, Nora Greenwald, she's got a microphone and she says, the women's Money in the Bank is a very, very cool thing, and I'm very excited to see who wins that, but no disrespect to any of them, but that leaves a vacancy for the real prize, the women's championship. And, I came here, and ever since I came here, I've made a point to recapture some gold. And I came out here at the pay-per-view, and I got in Toyota's business, and now I'm getting even more in her business. I've beaten your guard dog, and at Starrcade, I'm going to beat you. I'm challenging you, Minami Toyota, 1-on-1 for the women's championship. And Toyota comes down to the ring. She's got her women's championship, and she looks at Nora Greenwald, and she says, no, and then rolls out of the ring and walks to the back to a sea of booze.
Boo. Come back to the Fed. Boo. Boo. All right, main event time, Chad, because I know you didn't put a promo in before. You want to talk about this?
Yes, our main event tonight is our 4th Money in the Bank qualifier. We've got Rob Van Dam versus The Big Show. And, both of these men, feel like they have something to prove here tonight. Of course, The Big Show, he has had some issues with Shaquille O'Neal in the past, but he's, he eliminated Shaq at the World War III, and Shaq and Big Show, he's willing to put Shaq in the rearview mirror and win Money in the Bank. And Rob Van Dam, he's just looking to get, Rob Van Dam, he's the whole effing show. And before he got derailed with this injury, he was on top of the mountain, and he's trying to get back there. And what better way to do that than winning that briefcase and guaranteeing yourself a championship match whenever you want. These two go at it, Justin. But at the end of the day, it ended up going to Rob Van Dam because during the match, we had an interference from Shaquille O'Neal. Rob Van Dam qualifies for Money in the Bank.
That he does. Now he is the most credible threat in this match, I would assume. Another rematch between these two. But, yeah. Out comes Shawn Michaels, Chad, and he's going to pick...
Yes, Shawn Michaels comes out, and he has the microphone, and he just says, before I talk about who I'm challenging for the World Championship at Starrcade, I want to take us back a little bit, all right? I want to take us back to when I came to WCW. You see, when I came to WCW, I was touted as the biggest free agent in WCW history. And ever since I was called that and I came to this company, I've had people that have said that I'm not. I've had people say Shawn Michaels, he wasn't worth that large amount of money that this company gave me to come here. And I've proven them wrong time and time again. And for the people who say I only did it for the money, listen, you don't wrestle as many hardcore matches I do. If you only do it for the money. No, I do it because I'm the best professional wrestler in the world, and I have the resume to back it up. And ever since I've came to this company, I've beaten every single person who's gotten in my way. Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, Rob Van Dam. The list goes on and on and on and on. Samoa Joe, The Big Show. All of them have tried to get in the match with me. All of them have tried to get in my business, and all of them have failed. Shane Helms failed. All of them failed. Regal failed. Everybody who's on this current roster for Nitro, who is a credible threat to beat me, has fallen short. And why is that? Because I'm Shawn Michaels, damn it, and I'm the best professional wrestler in the world. So what's next for Shawn Michaels? Who's next? Who's left to try to take this belt from old HBK? Well, the answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen, is there's nobody left for Shawn Michaels to challenge. There's no one left for Shawn Michaels to face. Shawn Michaels will not be wrestling any person in this locker room for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Shawn Michaels is on a different level than anyone in Nitro. And so you enjoy Starrcade. You enjoy watching Goldberg versus Rock. You enjoy the Money in the Banks. You enjoy whatever wonderful matches I'm sure this company will throw together. And I'll make sure I enjoy watching it from the press box because the world champion will not be defending his belt because no one on Nitro is worthy. And everyone starts booing. And then, Justin, we hear a voice, and someone pops up on the Titantron. And he says, "I'm worthy, Shawn." And everyone loses it because on top of the screen, we have here a Thunder a superstar. A wrestler from Thunder, we have Justin, Rey Mysterio. He says, "Shawn, you and I, we've wrestled 2 times before. We both have a win on each other. And listen, while you've been here on Nitro, I've been over on Thunder, all right? And I've been involved with the group Limitless, and we've been trying to save Thunder from the tyranny that was Billy Kidman, and we've done just that. And just like you, Shawn, I went through everybody who got in my way, all right? And I have proven that I am one of the most talented and best wrestlers in this company. And Shawn, every time we get in the ring, it's magic. And if you don't think anybody on Nitro is worthy, then how about you come on over to Thunder? You versus me, Shawn Michaels versus Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship. What do you say? And Shawn Michaels, he stands in the ring. He says, Ray, you want to get in the ring with Shawn Michaels? You want to take on the Heartbreak Kid? You want to take on the greatest wrestler in the world? I'll tell you what. Show up to Thunder, and you'll get my answer. But Ray, I want you to know, no matter what my answer is, you are not ready to wrestle Shawn Michaels at Starrcade.
Why isn't he?
And that's what Ray says. Ray says, Shawn, I know I'm ready. I don't think you are ready to wrestle Rey Mysterio. And that's our show, Justin.
I mean, he beat him already. 92.
92.
92.
Got 92.
Congrats. RVD beat Sean Morley. Good job. Good job, Chad.
I mean, I thought that match was going to do a lot better than, what did it get, like an 85?
No, Sean Morley's like a consistent 79. Like I said, I don't need my 98 guys to go fucking every main.
Well, and we are here, Justin, for SmackDown. I'm excited to see what you can do here. I'm excited to see what SmackDown has in store.
SmackDown's not looking to win, all right? I think we've given up. We've done a lot over the last 2 years of winning every week. We kind of got bored of that, Chad. All right, the goal of trying to be the best rating wise is done. We're trying to be the best story wise. We don't care about ratings anymore. We care about getting the fans entertained and involved, you know? Trying to keep you guys hooked into the series. Nothing watching me beat Chad for the last 2.5 years has ruined the fan base, depleted the viewership, and now I want to give it back to the people. I'm gonna let Chad win. So
yeah, let me win.
So thank you, everybody, for allowing me to let Chad win. Thank you. Well, we're here for Friday Night SmackDown, Chad. How do you feel going into this?
No one lets me win.
Yeah, no, no, they do. I could beat your show. Come on now, Chad. There's a reason why you haven't beat me pay-per-view wise yet. Because when it comes down to booking my main guys, they're just better than your main guys. Oh, that struck a nerve. That struck a nerve with Chad. That struck a nerve. Let's get into Friday Night SmackDown, though. We start off with King Iakea and Eli Skipper. Yeah. King Iakea beats him in 10:05 with a top rope DDT. Tell me your favorite King Iakea match, Chad.
Sorry, I was coughing. Okay. My favorite Eli Skipper moment, you said?
Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter what I said. I said favorite King Iakea match, but glad to have you here, Chad.
I was in the process of not trying to cough into the microphone when you were asking me that question.
That's okay. Well, when I cough, I go deaf too. It happens. Come on, that was supposed to be funny, not a burial.
Oh, okay. Well,
tell me about this match right here, Chad.
The two most good-looking tag team in all professional wrestling, the Jablonski twins, taking on Brent Albright and Jay Bradley.
What? I thought you were going to say the Jabberwockies.
Oh, no.
What was that TV show they were on? America's Got Talent? No, it was...
It would be good members of the Jabberwockies, because they'd wear masks over their faces.
What was the TV show? What was the TV show on
America's
MTV?
Best Dance, or was it like America's Best Dance Crew or something?
Was that what it was called?
Randy Jackson's America's Best Dance Crew. Wasn't Mario Lopez like the host?
Why was Mario Lopez and Randy Jackson on MTV?
I'm pretty sure that's what the show was.
Was it not on like Nick Cannon?
I thought no. I mean, Nick Cannon might have hosted it at one point, but I remember on.
There's Mario Lopez did Dancing with the Stars.
He also did America's Best Dance Crew.
There's not a shot.
I
Jabba,
also don't think he did Dancing with the Stars. I also don't think he did.
Jabberwockies. Um, America's Best Dance Crew Season 1. Well, that's not going to tell me who was hosted by Mario Lopez. What the fuck? Little Mama? I need a Little Mama. Where's Randy Jackson, though? I don't see Randy Jackson anywhere. Dude, where's Nick Cannon? Why was Mario Lopez the host? Why are you not talking anymore?
I was reminiscing on all of my favorite America's Best Dance Crew moments.
You're watching them right now?
No, I was reflecting.
What was your favorite one?
Oh man, there was one
That's
like
cool.
called like Flight Crew or something that like had like huge acrobatics and it was really cool.
All right, while you were doing that, I was outside touching grass.
That's fair.
That's fair. And kissing girls. You remember that Batista promo where he said, "Oh, I hate you. All you do is kiss babies and hug fat girls." You have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god!
I do not remember that promo. No,
give me. I'll send it to you. John Cena.
Oh, nice.
I'll send it to you right now. You can watch it while I'm doing this. We get some highlights of what happened at Survivor Series, including that brutal Kane versus Undertaker match and Jeff Jarrett coming so close, Chad, so close to the World Championship once again, but just couldn't get it done. We start off Friday Night SmackDown, though, Chad, with the Raw locker room. Not the Raw locker room. The five men who represented Team SmackDown, the brand of blue. John Cena, Ric Flair, Paul London, Yoshihiro Tajiri, and C.W. Anderson. We saw C.W. Anderson and John Cena were the final two survivors in that match. What a match it was. C.W. Anderson getting the job, getting the final pin over Booker T as well, if I can correctly recall. I don't know if I botched telling the story of that match because I have.
No, I think that was right. I think you said that because that didn't sound like new information to me.
I have C.W. Anderson written down as the final. Yeah, because I've Cena taking out Triple H. No, it was C.W. Anderson alone, actually. Yeah, you're right. It was a 1-on-3. Because then Triple H got taken out by C.W. Anderson. Sean Morley walked out, and Booker T was eliminated. There we go. That's right. Yeah, huge match. These five men were awarded the chip, Chad. The chip will be decided tonight in a fatal five-way match. The winner between these five guys will be the holder of the chip. The chip is the number 30 entrant into the Royal Rumble, where we've seen in the last couple of years that number 30 means a lot. Because it could be your ticket to WrestleMania main event Stardom, Chad. Stardom. Now, I'm not talking about the promotion. I'm talking about Stardom. And Ric Flair's got something to say to that, Chad, because, you know, he's it's all cool, right? It's all cool that he can be in the Fatal 5-Way, but he's got his eyes on a different prize, right? He says, Eric, look, man, I'm old. I don't have much left to give in the tank. I don't even know if I'll make it to WrestleMania, baby. Woo! And he wants a different prize. And he says, Eric, just take me out of the match tonight. I'll talk to you on the side right here. And Eric's like, no, wait, hold up. If you got something to say to everyone, you could say it to the class, right? And yeah, he's like, how about I just withdraw my name from this Fatal 5-Way match? We make it a Fatal 4. And you give me what I want, right? And the other four guys are like, yeah, fuck it, Eric, do it, whatever. That's cool. And John's like, yeah. Eric's like, okay, fine. What, Rick? You're a legend in the business. I have no problem giving you one final thing that you want. And Rick says, look, I've done it all. I won all the world championships. I'm a 13-time world champion. There's one title that I have not won, and it's held by a man that I do not like. that a man that John Cena does not like, a man that everybody in this crowd does not like. That man is the Latin Lover. I will withdraw my name tonight in the Fatal 5-Way match if you give me Latin Lover tonight for that United States Championship. And Eric Bischoff says, look, if you better, go ahead, Rick. Be the one that takes out Latin Lover, because, you know, it might be illegal to cheer you on. It might be against my, it might be a power abuse a little bit, I guess. But I'm rooting for you. I can hopefully you get that prick off my back, because Latin Lover has caused me some. Oh, he's giving me some migraines, Rick. And if anyone could just beat him, it's the living legend, Ric Flair. So Ric Flair, we'll get Latin Lover tonight, Chad. While the other four men will fight for the chip, the number 30.
I bet he bleeds.
No, he doesn't. No bleeding involved, Chad. We start off, though, Chad, with El Hijo del Santo and Chavo. They hug and kiss and make out hot, I guess.
Nice.
They're here. They just talk about, you know, Chavo just thanks Del Santo for the last few months, saving him in Mexico and helping him defeat Latin Lover and Latin Lover Mystico, and giving honor back to the Guerrero family and helping him. And, you know, and Chavo just says, look, we just heard news that Latin Lover has to put that belt on the line. You want to go grab a drink and watch it at the bar? And Del Santos says, see. And they go to the bar. Everyone in backstage, they're so ready to watch Latin Lover possibly lose tonight. People hate him, Chad. People hate him. I hate him. We get our opening match tonight, though, Chad. It's Shannon Moore, who just lost the light heavyweight championship to Johnny Storm last at Survivor Series. He's teaming up with Funk Boy, Too Cold Scorpio, to take on Team Chris of Chris Devine and Chris Sabin. And, you know, Shannon Moore takes out that frustration, hits hard, hits fast, and he hits with the Morgasm. Comes all over Chris Devine in 1444. I wish there was a different name for that finisher, Chad. I really do. Chris Devine's off his game tonight because he took the Morgasm. After the match, you already know, Shannon Moore and the Funk Boys, they want the rematch. They want that light heavyweight championship back where it belongs. And that's around the waist of Shannon Moore. And Johnny Storm, he says, look, man, anytime, any place, man, you know I'm not willing to run away and hide. I'm up and able to defend this belt whenever against whoever. And the Funk Boys all look at each other and they go to the back. We move on, Chad. It's Scotty 2 Hotty and Chris Hero one-on-one action. We saw these two men in the ring last Survivor Series in that 3-on-3-on-3 title on the line match. Chris Hero, though, of the family, defeats Scotty 2 Hotty of the Double J Records in 1504. They don't click, which stinks, but it happens. Chris Hero, though, after the match, the lights turn off, Chad. Chris Hero abducts Scotty 2 Hotty.
Oh, God.
The lights are back and the lights are on, and Chris Hero's just standing in the ring, and he's just laughing maniacally. Speaking of laughing maniacally backstage, Kane and Connor are just beating
also
down.
Laughing maniacally.
As they're beating down the staff backstage, including good old Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe. They get their shit rocked by Kane and Connor, who are not happy. We saw a tease at Survivor Series of Connor and Taker staring down each other. Kane, you know, he lost to The Undertaker last 5 nights ago. He's not happy, and he took it out on good old Pat and good old Gerald Briscoe, Chad. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
You know what I love to see, Chad? Former AAA World Heavyweight Champion Super Callow. Dude, they don't click. Oh, man, I'm just not having good luck here tonight, Chad. not having good luck. Super Calado defeats Nunzio in 15:43 with a top rope rolling head scissors. And Nunzio's just as mad as I am about this. And he sits in the ring and he grabs a microphone and bashes Super Cal in the back of the head. He's had enough. He's had enough, Chad. Nunzio came over from WCW and has taken loss after loss. He's frustrated. He's better than this, Chad, and he's turned. He's going to the dark side. Damn. You seem so Say it ain't so, Nunzio.
Go back. Be like your fellow FBI members. They always do the right thing.
Our next match, the Bloodline. Rhino and Kishi, they take on Supernova, BJ Whitmer and Nova, and Rhino hits the pile driver on BJ Whitmer and gets the win in 8-10. After the match, they the Bloodline come in the ring. They all put their ones up. They all say acknowledge Rhino, and they go to leave, and Rhino stays and say, wait. And they're like, oh no. And Rhino just points at Supernova and BJ, and they say, finish him. And Kishi is hesitant. Ekmo goes straight at him. Meng straight at him. The Barbarian goes straight at him. They start stomping down on Whitmer and Nova, and Kishi's like, okay, fine. And right before he gets over there, Rhino says, stop. And they all look, and Rhino points back at him, behind him, and Ekmo, Meng, and Barbarian, they fall back in line, and Kishi is just standing there, and Rhino says, no, you, Kishi, you finish him. And Kishi hesitates, and Rhino gets in his face, he's like, now! And Kishi doesn't want to do it, but pile drives BJ Whitmer and Nova, and Rhino says, again, and Rhino's like, oh, fuck no. Does it again, and they do it a third time, and they leave, and doctors have to medically evacuate Nova and Whitmer out of the arena because I think their necks are broken. I think Rhino has made Kishi kill poor little Nova, poor little Whitmer here tonight, Chad. R.I.P. We're gonna have the BJ Whitmer, the BJ Invitational.
Yeah.
That's what they call my ex-girlfriend. We move on. I forgot the order I put this in. Perfect. John Cena is warming up backstage, and Latin Lover and Mystico. John, look, I know you're escorting your elderly grandfather around this wrestling business, and that's cute. That's cool and all. That's haha cool. But if you really don't talk him out of it tonight, I'm gonna have to kill him. Ric Flair, the living legend, the nature boy. His blood will be on your hands, John, if you don't do anything about it. Be smart. Do the right thing, John. Because remember what happened to you when me and you stepped in the ring? When I beat you? It's going to happen again. But Ric Flair, he's nothing compared to you. He's a fragile old man. He's the skeleton in a classroom. He is nothing of what he used to be. So do the right thing. Save your grandfather's career. And get out of my life. Will John Cena do the right thing, Chad? Will he?
I hope so.
Jim Cornette, though, is backstage talking about the great night that the final bosses had. They're not here tonight, Chad. They're out celebrating around the town. But he has something to say about Jun Akiyama showing his face. He says, Akiyama, you have a long history with my clients. But be warned, this is not All Japan. This is not back in the day where you would beat Masawa for the title. This is now. Masawa is the most dangerous professional wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. He is the final boss of professional wrestling. Satoshi Kojima, Shinya Hashimoto. Those three men are not what you dealt with back over in Japan. You are warned. If you get in our faces again like you did at Survivor Series, this will be the last time you fight in America, because we're going to have to ship your body back to All Japan, and they're going to have to do a little tribute show for Jun Akiyama. That's it. That's all he says, Chad. That's all he says. That's all he says.
He warned Jun Akiyama, you're entering hostile territory.
I forgot. Don't look, Chad. Don't look. Ric Flair.
My eyes are closed.
Latin Lover comes out. He says, and they they wait in the ring. They do their little tick tock. Come on. Oh, I guess he did the right thing. Everybody at the people are booing him. And then the Nature Boys music hits and the fans erupt. Ric Flair struts his way down to the ring. And they have a hell of a match, Chad. They have a hell of a match. But he's the dirtiest player in the game for a reason. Latin Lover goes for the La Casita, La Police, whatever his fucking finisher is. I can't say it right now because I'm that damn excited, because Ric Flair hits him in the balls, pokes him in the eyes, stomps on his toes, slaps him in the chest, kisses a girl in the front row, suplexes Latin Lover, puts him in the figure 4 leg lock, and taps out Latin Lover. Ric Flair is your new United States champion.
Hell yeah.
Ric Flair has used Latin Lover's own tactics, a dirty little shitbag, and beat Ric Flair. And John Cena comes to the ring and celebrates with him. What a good moment. What a great moment, Ric Flair. The United States champion at this old, ripe age of like 64. Did it again, Chad.
Hell yeah.
We go backstage in Eric Bischoff's locker room, and Don Fry and Arn Anderson are just waiting there as Eric Bischoff walks in, and they threaten once again. And Eric Bischoff says, look, you don't need to look too deep into the Akiyama things. I promised you. It's official. It'll be Don Fry, Misawa, Armageddon World Championship. I promised you last week, Don, don't do this. You got what you wanted. Now get out. And Arn Anderson and Don Fry, they leave, Chad. Don Fry, Misawa, World Championship, Armageddon. That's going to be huge. Yeah. It's going to be huge. Don Fry has beaten everyone to a bloody pulp in the last few months. Misawa is the final boss of professional wrestling. Those two mountains of professional wrestling get into the ring once with each other for the first time ever at Armageddon to compete with Starrcade. That's the main that you got to compete with. Rock Goldberg against Misawa and Fry. Nice. Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought Goldberg Rock would have been the second greatest match of the night? All right, Chad. We got our main event though, Chad. It's the Fatal 4-Way. Whoever wins this will have the chip going into week 2, week 3, week 4 of December, until they lose by pinfall, submission, DQ, whatever. If they win this match, they are right now, at this moment, if the Royal Rumble was the next day, the number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble match. It's Tajiri, London, Cena, and Anderson. Brinko, who do you got?
Oh, I got Cena.
Chad?
I got John Cena, baby.
We went over what happened at Survivor Series, because this man is on a roll and he gets the job done here. C.W. Anderson taps out Tajiri after he dumps Cena out of the ring. Says it's all love. I mean, look, man, you got to do what you got to do. And taps out Yoshihiro Tajiri. C.W. Anderson right now has that chip. Wow. Dude, Paul London, 85.
God, Jesus Christ.
The dude has got something here. Holy shit, man. Him being super over is going to get this SmackDown Tag Division back rolling where it needs to be. Or maybe he's just a single boy. I don't know, but he's fucking massive. A huge win though. C.W. Anderson, 91.
91.
WCW will win. But hey,
A good showing though.
it's a good showing. Our top 4 guys didn't wrestle. What can I do?
I'm super stoked for that Armageddon main event. That's gonna be good.
Dude, Ric Flair beat Latin Lover in the match of
the U.S. champion.
Dude, this is what I'm saying here, Chad. I'm telling you, it's not that hard to build people back up. You know how low Ric Flair was on the totem pole, and I've done to Ric Flair in a month and a half that you have not done to Sting in 6 months.
Sting's getting there, but I mean, to be fair, Fit Finley's had a very quick little rise up.
Yeah, I guess, but he's still not even in the 70s yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe. That's what I'm saying though. It's doable. You just have to do it, right, Chad? You can't be afraid. I've always said this. I think the lingering effects of Eddie leaving you has scarred you from pulling the trigger on some dudes. Okay, well, I guess I'm talking to fucking myself.
All right, everybody, we are here. The last show of the week. We have Thunder and Justin. Listen, we said that Shawn Michaels, he has an open invitation to show up on Thunder today to answer Rey Mysterio's challenge. So we'll have to see what happens there. Plus some Money in the Bank qualifiers and much more. Justin, as we are
Dude, I'm so
month
excited for Shawn Michaels to show up tonight. I hope he takes that offer to heart. I hope he doesn't.
He didn't take the offer from Hart. He'd be taking the offer from Ray.
Bubba Ray's on the. I hope Bubba Ray's in Money in the Bank.
Time will tell, Justin. Time will tell.
Hey, Goldberg showed up.
Yes. Goldberg. The Rock shows up, and the Rock he says, "Oh, the last couple of days, everyone's been asking Rock, hey, Rock, did you check out Nitro?" And The Rock says, "Of course I checked out Nitro. What am I, some kind of dumbass? I watch everything that WCW puts out." And they go, "Well, then you would have saw Goldberg challenge you at Starrcade." And now this is the part where The Rock takes off his sunglasses and makes his eyebrow go from raised to furrow. This is when The Rock gets serious for a minute. "Goldberg, you came here and you abandoned these people. You took that title and you left it in the middle of the ring and you left because you thought it was better other places. Basically what I'm hearing, Goldberg, is that you were a little whitey-ass baby-back bitch and you took off and you left. And you know who picked up the pieces, Goldberg? The Rock picked up the pieces. The Rock was here when you weren't, and this became The Rock's house. And Goldberg, if you're entering The Rock's house uninvited, you better be ready for a fight. To see, however, The Rock is going to give you an invitation to the Thunder Hotel. The Rock is going to give you an invitation to come down here and face The Rock. Because at Starrcade, The Rock is going to kick your candy ass all over Los Angeles, California. And The Rock is going to retain his belt and still be the people's champ. And Goldberg, he comes down to the ring and they're face to face. And Goldberg, he says, "Rock, you know what I think?" "It doesn't matter what you think." And everyone loses it. Rock says, "Goldberg, you are not going to beat me, Goldberg. You should never have came back. You should have stayed away. Because now The Rock is going to embarrass you at Starrcade." And then The Rock gets out of the ring and he starts walking down the ramp. Everyone's celebrating and Goldberg picks up a microphone and he says, "Rock, you chastised me for leaving. You said that I took my ball and went home. Rock, if I believe memory serves, you did the same thing with your former company. You left because, quite frankly, Rock, there were people who were better than you, and you came here because you thought you could conquer WCW. Well, you have only been on top because I let you, and now I want my spot back. So talk all the crap you want, Rock, because at Starrcade, the only thing you'll be talking is talking about how badly Goldberg speared you out of your shoes and took your Universal title."
I hate both these men. They both left me. At the time I needed them the most, they vanished.
This is how I feel sometimes, Jeff.
What do you mean? No one's ever left your company.
Yeah, never.
Dude, name one big name. You lose like little
Alex
like
Wright.
Alex Wright was fucking neglected in WCW, and you
He
know
was,
it.
though, he was.
Okay, the fact that we didn't have a bidding war and I got him for 30 grand tells me enough about how much you didn't give a fuck about him. I have lost all of the big names in this rivalry. I don't want to hear it. I've lost Goldberg. I've lost Rock. I've lost Shawn. I lost Owen. That's fair. I'll give you that one. I lost Ahmed. Ahmed was big at the time he left. Ahmed was huge. Ahmed was one of my favorite things to book in the beginning because he had his personal referee, Tim White, everywhere he went. And that he cheated with him. And then that SummerSlam 1998 match where he left, where he beat Blackjack Wyndham and crying on his way out. I'll never forget him. What I'm saying is, both these guys left me, the little cocksuckers.
They did do that.
Thanks, Chad.
They did. I mean, they did. They both did leave.
Tell me about this, Chad. Give me some in-depth detail.
We have our first Money in the Bank qualifier for Thunder. We got Super Crazy taking on Low D, Justin. And then it is a match. Super Crazy defeats Low D in 11-11. He made a wish, and then he won the match with a Crazy Bomb.
Has Lodi ever won a title?
Yeah. Lodi's been a Cruiserweight champion.
Fair.
He was also I believe I made him a U.S. championship if memory serves, or at least a TV champ. And he was also the 24/7 champion.
Oh, yeah, that whole game. What a fun time that was.
That was
some of your most creative booking. I keep pressing the mute button. I'm sorry. Dude, he's like hiding on the walls and wrestling on SNL. What happened to that?
I don't know. Maybe we should bring it back. It was fun.
Yeah, now it's all serious. Now it's all serious.
You know who the last 24/7 champion was before it was retired?
Shannon Moore.
Super Crazy.
Oh yeah, because he got serious and said, "This is no more fun. This is WCW, no fun zone."
Yeah, this is back when Super Crazy and Hoovy turned to heel, and they were like, "We no more fun here."
Are they heel now?
No, they're babyface now.
Who's heel in the Goldberg Rock program?
That's a good question. I don't think there is one.
Both of them got cheered in the opening program, and I just like, oh shit. Yeah, that's fair. It's the match that everyone wants to see.
Yeah, I don't think there's a clear-cut heel. Maybe that changes, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? CM Punk is out here, and he says, "You know, everybody, there's something that I need to get off my chest. You see, this week on Nitro, I couldn't help but see 3 washed-up old men trying to hang on to their last little thread of relevancy. And of course, we're talking about Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. You see, I have made it my mission since coming to WCW to be the greatest champion this company's ever seen. And I've already beaten some of the best champions of all time. I'm the future. I should be what people are talking about. They should already be having me in the Hall of Fame because that's how good I am. But instead, people who are almost as good as me, not quite there yet, probably about half as good as me, but still better than those 3 washed-up has-beens, are getting passed up for TV time because of them. And it just reminds me of why this company has been in the state it's been in for so long, because it keeps letting guys like Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall do what they want around here. Instead of pushing some of our great tag teams here, the Hearts have the belts. There's a problem with this company not being able to let go of the past. But don't worry, because CM Punk is here, and I can help all of you get past the past by ending the careers of all of these people. I'm not a legend killer, all right? That's not what I am. I'm not going to try to ruin your heroes. I'm just going to prove that I'm better than them and that the torch has been passed whether they like it or not. I'll take the torch and run because I'm CM Punk, and I am the future Hall of Famer, and I am the greatest champion of all time.
Yeah, me and Benoit. Benoit.
Benoit.
Benoit. Hey, I had a package delivered today, Chad.
Nice.
I hope I didn't deliver it back home. Oh no, it says 6. Okay, that's my. I almost said my address out loud.
Is that a third one? I can go back after we record.
I will probably just send it to you in the morning if I get the email today.
Okay, cool. Either way,
I got my W. Needed a shirt for SummerSlam.
Oh, what shirt you get?
I got a I got a cool Rock shirt. It's a
Nice.
a retro one where he's the Brahma Bull and he's cooking steak on the grill, and it says on the back, "Do you smell it?"
I love that.
I also got an Imperium shirt.
Nice. Cool. Right on.
Dude, shout out
I had a
SummerSlam.
feeling they were wrestling shirts. I was like, I
No,
picked up the packages and I
those-
could tell it was clothing, but I was like, I think these are wrestling
those
shirts.
ones are wrestling hats and a sweatshirt.
Oh, nice.
I got a DX hat and a WCW Bash at the Beach hat.
Nice.
Dude,
I saw a Bash at the Beach tank top that I almost bought a couple weeks ago.
it's just that tank top, but a hat,
nice.
like
Love that.
white with the blue neon.
Yep.
We continue on because it's 11:15.
Justin, we have a triple threat Money in the Bank Thunder qualifier. We got Evan Courageous taking on Great Sasuke, taking on Jimmy Yang, Justin. And some of these three men, representing the cruiserweight division here. And of course, they want to have an opportunity to possibly, improve their standings here. And Roddy Piper, being the generous authority figure that he is, gave these three men an opportunity. And the Great Sasuke took advantage and pinned Evan Courageous with a Thunderfire powerbomb. Justin, we got Great Sasuke going to Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, this is how crazy and how different the talent is in terms of Thunder and Nitro. That guys like Evan Courageous, which, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chad. I don't know the last time I've seen Evan Courageous fucking win a match. He got an opportunity to be in the Money in the Bank. Jimmy Yang as well. Like, those are two dudes that wouldn't fucking sniff the pre-show on Nitro, and they're getting opportunities to make the Money in the Bank match here on Thunder. It's just crazy how the difference in talent between the two shows.
For sure. That makes sense. There's a lot. I mean, the main event scene on Nitro, it's a lot. A lot of guys
Yes.
clawing at the top.
Yes.
And I feel like on Thunder, there's a lot of guys trying to get to the top.
For sure. For sure. I feel like that's how it always is. And there's nothing wrong with it, too. It's just crazy just to look at Jimmy Yang in comparison to William
Exactly,
Regal.
right. People be like, who the hell is Evan Courageous?
Do you want to look? Let's look real quick. Let's look at the last time Evan Courageous won a match on main TV. All right. He's 28-60 in this whole save, which is not a great. Has he ever won a fucking non-Saturday night match? Oh, yep. Thunder right here. 2001, September.
Mike and Marty Jannetty.
Oh, man. He has not seen a main card win in a while, has he, Chad?
He had an opportunity to do it today, but he came up short.
All right. Good for him.
We have Matt Hardy. He comes. We went to commercial break and we come back from break, and Matt Hardy's in the ring and he's got his cruiserweight championship and a smile on his face and a microphone, and he says, "I want everyone to know that Roddy Piper has given me a tremendous opportunity because I am, of course, your defending cruiserweight champion. And as much as I'd love to defend the cruiserweight championship at Starrcade, I can't pass up an opportunity. I have a Money in the Bank qualifier right here, right now, and I'm going to win it. And then your cruiserweight champion is going to go on and do something that hasn't been done since some guy in a chef hat did it and hold the cruiserweight and the Universal Championship." And then, Justin, his opponent comes out, and it's Sema.
Ah. Cool.
And, people are talking about how, this match could be huge for Cena. And Sema, it's not Cena. Cena's not here, but Sema. And indeed it is, because, Justin, due to interference from Taz, Justin, biggest win of Sema's career, Sema defeats Matt Hardy with an iconoclasm.
Oh, no more asms. All right, we already got the morgasm. We don't need another asm.
Especially one that's so hard to say, the iconoclasm.
Hey, you said it perfectly right there.
I said it perfectly that time.
Everybody clap in the chat.
Thank you. And Matt Hardy is furious. He picks that microphone back up and he just says, Taz, I bet you think you're real funny, huh? Getting involved in things that don't matter. All right, listen, you cost me an opportunity to a potential world championship match. And you know what? You say that I've been dodging you, I've been ducking you. Listen, I got sick. That's not my problem. But you know what? I'm about to be your problem. You want me one-on-one? Fine. You'll get it. Me versus you at Starcade. And as soon as he says it, he like realizes what he says, and he immediately has like a look of terror. And he's just like, I didn't mean that. I just got caught up in the moment. Hang on, wait, everyone. And Taz says, I accept. And then the crowd loses it as Taz then rolls out of the ring and starts running towards Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy, in Matt Hardy fashion, just runs away.
Two things that's crazy. Stop moving in your chair, you little son of a bitch.
I was just on the edge of my seat.
I know. I'm gonna buy you a new chair.
I saw one. I was leaving for work a few days ago, and I saw an office chair by the dumpster, and it looked great. It looked brand new. It looked like not look brand new. It looked like someone just had a new one. They're just getting rid of it. So I shot Tony a text and said, and a screenshot and said, grab this chair for me, and then he never did. And then it was gone.
That's. Do you know how crazy that is, Chad? How many times I've texted you to grab me stuff? I had a package the package is gone. It's not at the front office anymore. That one you guys never picked up. I don't know where the fuck it's at.
Oh no.
See? I have no idea what it was either.
Well, it could have been someone putting out a hit on you. It could have exploded. I could have saved your life.
No, I think that's what I want.
Oh.
Hey, Ray.
Speaking of people and getting what they want, Rey Mysterio is here, and he comes down to the ring and he says, everybody, I've got some bad news for you. Shawn Michaels isn't here tonight. He did not accept my invitation to come here and
show's not over. He's got time.
That's true. But he says he's not here tonight. And so I'll tell you what, Shawn, if you won't come here, then I'm just gonna have to make sure I don't just show up on via satellite. I'll make sure that I'm there in person this week on Nitro to face you face to face, man to man, and see if you accept my challenge. So I'll see you Monday, Shawn.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Ray didn't show up on Nitro this week, so why would Shawn show up on Thunder?
But Shawn should have sent a heartfelt recording of himself via satellite.
And maybe it's well, the show's not over yet, Chad. There's still lots of time. It could happen.
That's fair.
Stop being so negative. Be optimistic here. Shawn will show up. He told me he would.
Let us down.
He told me he would come to this party. Like, he said, yeah, I'll go on a date with you, Justin. We'll just show up to the movies and go see Happy Gilmore together. He won't let me down. He won't stand me up, right, Shawn?
Exactly.
Dad?
Bueller? All right, next up, we got TJ Wilson taking on Rick Steiner. TJ Wilson, of course, will face off against Khali at Starrcade in the Tough Enough final. But tonight,
Khali Holly. Thanks for reminding me.
Fuck me. His head coach Eddie Colon organized a match against Rick Steiner, and in about that decent reaction from the crowd in Subpar Wrestling, TJ Wilson defeats Rick Steiner in 9:33 with a rolling stampede.
Yeah. Shout out Rick Steiner. Piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of shit Rick Steiner.
Yeah. Dummy.
After the match, Eddie Colon, he gets in the ring with his rookie and Jeremy Borash, who of course is the host of Tough Enough, and Jeremy Borash says, now, TJ Wilson, you face off against Khali at Starrcade to win the Tough Enough season 2, like the title of the winner, and also a future title shot down the line. TJ Wilson, what's going through your head? And TJ says, the only thing going through my head is the prize, the goal. I have a goal in mind, and with Eddie Colon's help, I'm going to achieve it. I will defeat Khali. I will win season 2 of Tough Enough, and then my championship match that I want I'm going to do something that I think would be a dream of mine. I will challenge Bret and Owen Hart to the tag team titles with my partner, Eddie Colon. Eddie, I know you have a lot of history with the Harts. I know they were your coach, and I know it didn't work out for you. So I know that you have big stakes there. And those two men, they're like family to me. It would be a dream come true. And Jimmy Borash says, well, you heard it there, folks. TJ Wilson is calling his shot. He wants to face the Hearts if he wins Tough Enough Season 2, and we'll have to see if he can do it. He faces Khali at Starrcade.
That he does.
Move on to our next segment.
That he does. Shout out Khali not being on Nitro this week.
True. That was one of the things that I had to cut for time. We are backstage, and we've got Shark Boy and Super Eric. You know, they're sitting in a little like broom closet, but they've turned it into a super secret headquarters. And they're here, and Eric and Super Eric, he says, Shark Boy, how is the crime detector coming? And Shark Boy says, oh, I've got it almost done. As soon as I hit this button, we'll be alerted if anybody in this locker room is up to evil. And Super Eric says, and if there's an evil doer running about, you can believe that your crime-fighting heroes, Shark Boy and Super Eric, will be on the job. And they hit the button, Justin, and immediately their crime sensors go off. Shark Boy, he starts holding his ears. He's like, oh, that noise, it's so loud. And Super Eric says, that's the sound of crime. Quick, to the Supermobile. And he jumps out of the broom closet, and Shark Boy follows. And then Shark Boy said, wait a minute, we're inside an arena. How do we get a car in here? And Super Eric said, oh, we didn't. Well, on foot then! And then they run. And as they're running down the hall, they see Justin. They see two men who just got done committing a backstage little prank that upset a couple people, right? And Shark Boy and Super Eric, you know, they say, listen, crime doesn't pay. All right, and you know, we're gonna give you a lesson. All right, this is what happens when you commit crimes, right? You get beaten up by Shark Boy and Super Eric and Steve Carino and the Truth. You know, they say we're not intimidated by you two nerds at all. And if you're looking to fight, we're down to fight, and we'll see you out there in the ring. And Justin, we get a singles match, 1-on-1. We get Steve Carino taking on Super Eric.
Oh hell yeah!
And Justin, unfortunately, because, of course, Steve Carino, he's a villain, and he cheats, and he gets the victory over Super Eric using a foreign object.
What a rat bastard Steve Carino is.
What a rat bastard. And Justin, we see Bret and Owen Hart, you know, they're backstage, and they're talking to themselves, and they go, you know what, Owen, I don't understand, like, you know, what Super Crazy's qualifying for the Money in the Bank, and Hoovie's in the main event later for the Money in the Bank. So both of them are gone. Who's left? I mean, we already beat the world's greatest tag team. You know, SEMA's in the Money in the Bank. I mean, all these tag teams are so preoccupied when they should be worrying about training and becoming better than us and trying to take these titles from us. Because until someone else steps their game up, we're going to hold these belts for a long time. And then Raven and Shane Douglas, they show up, and then Raven says, listen, all right, listen, I get it. You know, you two, you're Bret and Owen Hart, you're two of the best. You come from a legendary family. I get all that, all right? And listen, me and Owen, we have a history too. You know, I hate that guy. I hate that guy so much. I hate that guy so much that I want to jump across this hallway and beat him up, but I'm not going to, because instead, Bret and Owen, we have a challenge of our own. You see, me and Shane Douglas, we've formed a bit of a partnership. And listen, you know, we came up a little short against CM Punk, and that kid, he's got a receipt coming. All right, we'll get ours against him. That disrespectful little punk. But you two, you talked about how there's no tag team willing to step up and face you. Well, look no further, because we're willing to step up and face you. And Bret and Owen, they look at each other and they go, well, Shane, Raven, we will take that into consideration. However, we don't think you guys are quite ready to take us on yet. However, next week, we'll be watching we're going to set it. We'll set it up with Roddy Piper, It'll be you two versus a tag team of our choice, and we'll be at ringside and we'll be scouting. And who knows, if you impress us, maybe we'll reconsider a title match down the line. I wonder what team they're
Yay.
facing next week, Justin.
Probably the Harris twins.
Maybe.
Main event time?
Main event time. We have Juventud versus AJ Styles for the Money in the Bank qualifier. And Justin, you talk about a man who got screwed. AJ Styles, who Kidman cost him against The Rock. He cost him at World War III. And now tonight, Billy Kidman interferes in AJ's business once again. Juventud defeats AJ Styles with a 450 splash. And Juventud is going to Money in the Bank.
Of course. Why wouldn't he?
Why wouldn't he? He won.
Another interference, though.
Weird if he didn't go. What?
Another interference, though.
Another interference. AJ Styles, he grabs a microphone and he's pissed. Then he says, Billy Kidman, dadgummit, you've interfered in my business for the last time. All right, I'm sick of you. All right, you've betrayed my trust. You've gaslit me. You've stabbed me in the back. You've gotten my business. You've cost me matches. Billy, if you've been trying to get my attention, congratulations, you have it. And now, Billy Kidman, you are the only person in my sights. You see, I am going to finish you off. I'm going to finally get you out of my life. At Starrcade, it's going to be you versus me. What do you say? And Billy Kidman, he grabs a microphone and he says, AJ, I blame you for my life being ruined. If I had stronger members in the council, we wouldn't have lost power, and that's your fault. You've made my life miserable, so I've made your life miserable, and I'm going to continue to do so. You want to face me at Starrcade, AJ? My answer's yes. And Justin, it's made official. It's Billy Kidman versus AJ Styles at Starrcade.
Oh, let's go. I've been waiting for this one, baby. I've been waiting for this one. I hope they tear the fucking shit out of each other. Finish them. 91.
We are 91.
Hey, we tied.
We tied. Look at that.
But it doesn't matter because we all had fun.
We did, and we laid down the groundwork for a bunch of pay-per-views.
For one pay-per-view.
For one. Well, two each.
Two?
One each. So two total.
What do you do? What numbers aren't your strong suit today, are they? Not today. We'll see you for week 2, where I will be home because I have no more time to record because I'm exhausted. Isn't that right, Chad?
That is true.